Hi there, all you loyal Rangers fans. There's plenty happening at Ibrox these days, and we need to talk about it because the season is really throwing up some surprises. First off, let's turn our attention to one of the young talents who has been making waves since the start of the campaign. Finley Curtis has been one of the brightest sparks to come through the Rangers Academy in recent seasons, and for a time, it seemed like nothing could stop him. The 18-year-old winger burst onto the scene with such energy and composure that many thought he was on the brink of a breakout season. Early in the campaign, Curtis found the back of the net on multiple occasions, showing off his versatility and ability to step up in crucial moments. Fans were rightly excited. It looked like Rangers had a new homegrown star who could shine for years to come. Yet, as the weeks have gone by, the picture has shifted and the discussion around Curtis has become a source of frustration among supporters. His game time has been noticeably restricted, leaving many scratching their heads about the reasoning behind team selection. Curtis has managed just 235 minutes of first-team football so far this season, which is startlingly low for someone of his talent and early season impact. A large part of this reduction coincided with the arrival of Mikey Moore on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. Moore was expected to bring Premier League experience and quality into the squad, but his presence has unintentionally highlighted the mismanagement of young talent within the club. The logic of prioritizing a temporary player over a homegrown prospect, especially when that prospect has already proven his worth, has sparked a lively debate among the Ibrox faithful. Club legend Ali McCoy has not held back in expressing his views on the situation, pointing out the strangeness of how Curtis has been sidelined. Speaking openly, he questioned why Rangers would look abroad for reinforcements in a position already filled by a promising academy graduate. Curtis and Moore are similar in age, yet the younger Scottish player, tied to the club long-term, seems to be playing second fiddle to someone who will return to England once his loan spell ends. It's a conundrum that many supporters find difficult to understand. While Moore has delivered moments of quality, his performances have not been overwhelmingly superior to Curtis's early season displays. Curtis's goals and assists in matches against teams like Panathinaikos and Street Mirren demonstrated his ability to influence big games, a composure and calmness in front of goal that is rare for a player of his age. The contrast between these two players is clear and has become a talking point across social media and fan forums. Supporters have voiced their frustration, not because Moore is lacking ability, he has plenty of potential, but because the club appears to be undermining its own future by limiting the opportunities for someone who represents its long-term interests. Rangers Academy has been producing exceptional talent, and Curtis is a prime example. Yet, the decision to hand minutes to a lone player suggests a short-term approach that risks stifling the development of homegrown stars. For Curtis, the opportunity to reclaim his place in the first team has to come soon. The youngster has shown enough promise to merit consistent involvement, and every match missed is a lost chance to build his confidence and experience. Meanwhile, there's also been plenty of chatter about Youssef Chimitry and his recent breakthrough for the club. The Portuguese striker has had a difficult start at Ibrox, facing criticism for his early performances and struggling to find consistency. That changed recently when he netted his first goal in a league match, helping the team secure a 3-1 victory. The goal was a moment of personal relief and a potential turning point, but the celebration that followed has sparked mixed reactions. Chimitry's gesture towards the stands divided opinion among fans and former players alike. Some saw it as a passionate expression of determination to silence doubters, while others felt it was premature and even a touch disrespectful given his previous struggles. Former Rangers striker Ross McCormick was particularly vocal, highlighting the delicate balance players must maintain at Ibrox, where every action is scrutinized. The point made was clear: respect for the supporters is non-negotiable, and gestures that could be misinterpreted have to be handled carefully. On the other hand, new boss Danny Rowe took a more measured view of Chimitry's performance. While acknowledging the need for improvement, he emphasized that the goal was a step in the right direction, a small but meaningful boost for the striker's confidence. Building belief in the squad is a priority, and seeing a young forward finally open his account could mark the start of a brighter chapter, provided the emotion is channeled constructively. Rowe's approach is about long-term growth and stability, balancing the immediate need for results with nurturing the potential within the squad. It is a challenge that many clubs face, But at Rangers, where expectations run high and the margin for error is slim, every decision carries weight. Returning to Curtis, the ongoing debate reflects a deeper concern for Rangers' future. Academy graduates like him are the lifeblood of the club, players who understand the culture, the history, and the identity of Ibrox. Giving priority to loan players over homegrown talent not only affects individual careers, but also sends a message to the next generation of prospects watching and hoping for their chance. The importance of supporting young players and providing them with consistent opportunities cannot be overstated. Curtis has already demonstrated his ability, his intelligence on the ball, and his knack for making decisive contributions. The question now is whether the club's management recognizes that long-term value or continues to favor short-term expedience. Fans are watching closely. Every selection, every minute played, and every goal scored is examined, discussed, and dissected. Rangers supporters are passionate, knowledgeable, and deeply invested in the club's trajectory. The tension between nurturing young talent and integrating new signings, balancing immediate results with future planning, is never easy to navigate. Yet, the consensus among many within the community is clear. Curtis deserves more chances, more trust, and more responsibility on the pitch. Seeing a youngster of such promise sidelined in favor of a temporary loan player feels, to many, like a misstep, an opportunity lost. At the same time, this season has shown that Rangers are in a transitional phase, both on and off the pitch. The management is trying to build a squad capable of competing at the highest level while also ensuring that the next generation is ready to step up when called upon. It is a delicate balancing act, and while mistakes have been made, there is hope that corrections will come. Players like Curtis are counting on it, and the wider fan base is eager to see homegrown talent flourish, knowing that the club's identity and success depend on it. With the right guidance, support, and faith in their abilities, these young stars could define the future of Rangers for years to come. Turning back to the ongoing saga at Ibrox, the focus now shifts to how the first team is adjusting under the guidance of Danny Rowe. The new manager has stepped into a challenging environment, tasked with steadying a squad that has seen its share of turbulence and uncertainty. Confidence is a fragile thing in football, and at a club like Rangers, where expectations are relentless, the pressure to deliver immediate results can sometimes overshadow long-term planning. Rowe has made it clear that building belief within the team is a priority, and while there have been moments of frustration, there are signs that his approach is starting to take hold. The integration of young players like Finley Curtis remains a central part of that process. For Curtis, the clock is ticking, but there is still room for a turnaround. His talent has never been in doubt, and supporters continue to back him fervently. Watching him train and preparing for matches, fans hope to see a resurgence, a period where he can showcase the qualities that made him such a standout in the early part of the season. The skill, the vision, the composure in front of goal, all of these traits suggest a player capable of impacting games at the highest level. Yet, opportunity is everything, and without consistent minutes on the pitch, even the most gifted youngsters can lose momentum. The conversation around Curtis is not just about one player. It reflects a wider discussion about youth development at Rangers. Academy graduates represent the future, and nurturing them effectively is essential if the club is to maintain its competitive edge. Meanwhile, Youssef Chimitry's story continues to unfold. After his first goal, the young striker has a chance to build a platform for success. His temperament and response to criticism will be just as important as his skill on the ball. At Ibrox, fans expect commitment, effort, and respect, and Chimitry now has an opportunity to prove that he embodies those qualities. Danny Rowe's measured response to the striker's gesture after scoring suggests a willingness to balance discipline with encouragement. By providing clear guidance while also allowing players to express themselves, the manager hopes to cultivate a squad that is both confident and respectful, capable of meeting the high standards demanded by Rangers supporters. Off the pitch, there is a growing dialogue among fans and analysts about how the club handles transfers, loans, and the development of its own talent. Mikey Moore's loan, while intended to strengthen the squad, has inadvertently highlighted the challenges Rangers face in blending external recruits with homegrown prospects. The debate isn't about Moore's quality or potential. It's about the message sent to players like Curtis, who have invested years in the club and now find themselves competing for minutes with someone temporarily wearing the light blue shirt. This situation has prompted a broader reflection on strategy, long-term planning, and the importance of maintaining a pathway for youth players. Success at Ibrox is not just measured by wins and trophies. It is also measured by how well the club nurtures its future stars and keeps the spirit of its academy alive. In training sessions, there is evidence that Danny Rowe is keen to address these issues directly. By involving young players in first-team drills and offering them opportunities to impress in competitive matches, he is laying the groundwork for a more sustainable approach. Curtis, with his early season brilliance and undeniable talent, remains a key figure in this vision. Supporters are hopeful that he will soon reclaim his place, turning potential into consistent performance. The lessons learned from his limited game time this season may well influence how the club handles future academy graduates, reinforcing the idea that development cannot be sacrificed for short-term fixes. Meanwhile, other members of the squad are also under scrutiny. Every match at Ibrox is analyzed to the finest detail, and players know that consistency is crucial. The pressure is intense, but it is also a mark of the club's ambition. For young players stepping into the first team, the environment is a testing ground, offering both challenge and opportunity. Those who can handle the intensity, learn from mistakes, and build resilience will thrive, while those who struggle may find themselves sidelined. This dynamic underscores the delicate balance that managers and coaching staff must maintain, supporting talent without compromising performance or discipline. As the season progresses, fans are keeping a close eye on how these narratives unfold. Curtis, Chimitry, and other promising talents represent more than just individual players. They embody the club's hopes for a sustainable, competitive future. The challenge for Rangers is to harness that potential effectively while continuing to compete at the highest level in Scottish football. It is a fine line to walk, but one that has defined the club for decades. Every decision, from team selection to training emphasis, contributes to the wider story of Rangers' identity and ambition. For Curtis, the coming weeks could be decisive. If given the minutes he deserves, he has the potential to reclaim his place and influence matches in a way that justifies the excitement he generated earlier in the season. For Chimitry, building confidence and maintaining respect for supporters will be key as he seeks to establish himself as a reliable scorer. Danny Rowe's challenge is to manage these players, balancing opportunity with accountability, ensuring that each individual can thrive while the team continues to progress. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. It was pure pandemonium at Glasgow Airport last night as hundreds of Rangers supporters gathered to welcome what could be the club's most talked-about arrival in recent years. The long-rumored move for English midfielder BURGESS appears to be edging closer to reality, and judging by the scenes that unfolded on the tarmac, fans are already convinced he's the next big hero to don the royal blue. BURGESS, 25, arrived on a late flight from Manchester, wearing a dark hoodie and a cap pulled low, but there was no hiding from the wall of sound that greeted him. Chants of "Follow, follow" echoed through the terminal as mobile phones shot into the air, desperate to capture the moment. Some fans even broke into spontaneous renditions of "We're the People," while airport staff struggled to keep order. Club officials have yet to confirm any deal, but sources close to Ibrox suggest BURGESS underwent preliminary medical checks earlier in the day, fueling speculation that an announcement could come within the week. Reports claim manager Philippe Clement has been tracking the midfielder since his impressive run of form in the English Championship, viewing him as a dynamic, box-to-box option who could add bite and creativity to the Gers midfield. The buzz around his potential signing has sent social media into meltdown. Twitter and fan forums were ablaze overnight, with supporters analyzing every detail, from BURGESS's choice of travel outfit to the club scarf someone slipped into his hands as he made his way through arrivals. Some even claim he whispered, "Let's go, Gers," to a young fan before disappearing into a waiting car. If this transfer comes through, it could mark a major statement of intent from Rangers as they look to wrestle back dominance from Celtic. Yet for now, nothing is official. Only the whispers, the camera flashes, and the electric hum of belief spreading across Glasgow. Whether Burgess truly becomes the next hero at Ibrox or just another name in the rumor mill, one thing's certain: the city hasn't buzzed like this in years. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.